abusia kroma TV GH so eni yaw amwa mensa enemidin Avanchei ena wade onmuyan for Canada de pon anim ayefom a wosibam no wade adidi atem to be emane no wose sebe papa no wanye presidential material ena woye emotional unstable otivi tietia mu tese sebe aboa kraman ya chese ano edem pa abusuya ne sam a okekaye no na ebi no chese ano enwen pa yenkwane nkotie na yemle sese ya
for now no we ni nia aba asamri yede eko ewo eye sakwan so ewo oti ye next eye we no so okay on me ye dia out on 92.3 FM right okay Ivan my MVP presidential primaries matters arise
Alaska presidency enya fosawo presidency enya cheap sawo ena anya sese bi obi koye ne nsem hunu bi anya sika na metime di president ho Alaska. Do you know the kind of conscious effort countries are making to create leaders? Go to China. Go to China. The Communist Party, deliberately, unconsciously, are setting up perimeters, are training people to ensure, say, there is a particular ideology. That ideology now give birth to certain economic success. China, Etimienya. So we are training a new line of leaders. I said, we are equipped with knowledge. That knowledge, about serve as a basis upon which the next Chinese revolution, evolution, and that evolution, economic transformation, as I be, minds, or more everything. Am I never be a person who or more do Alaska? That is the point. We are seeing in the United States of America. That is exactly what is happening. You deliberately, unconsciously create leaders. Leaders, you see, answer no be a person, You don't just look at the person's in the fence and say, for emotional maturity, the level of understanding, knowledge, ideas, and for Nippon but Alaska. It's a large pool of things that you need to evaluate and look at the person critically and say that this person what it takes to be president. For quite some time now, scanning through the media landscape, and people have become so so much interested in a certain idea, say, oh, na Canada, Japan, Alaska, Ghanaians, are we really serious? And I see some of these things on social media. Some individuals sit on radio and they say, oh, no, ding, oh, no, say, Alaska, are we really serious? Are we really serious as a country, wanting a person to lead this country as a president? Really? Alaska, we are jokers. We are really jokers. And sometimes when I sit behind TV and I see so-called top journalists sit on TV and analyze some of these things, Alaska, I get pissed off. Because this is not a guy, this is someone who is emotionally unstable.
Emotionally?
Oh, come on. This is somebody who is emotionally unstable. Election 9. You saw the tantrum that he was throwing. Alaska, you saw the tantrum that he was throwing, and this person, people are calling and say he should be president. Are you guys serious? No. So sometimes I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Because we need to be very sensible as people. Alaska, the mere fact that leadership has failed us and cannot mean we can alternate it for anything. Now, what does on Canada, Japan, your my president, or no, such nonsense. We don't need to condone those things. Alaska, because we can sit here and play the track record of this guy. And you see, Amman Fossey, he's very honest. He is this. You guys are not serious. I am telling you, sir, this guy has been a beneficiary of this particular regime from day one contract, achieved everything that he has achieved. And now, he is just playing on the emotions of Ghanaians. As he said, he's not part of the establishment because he is part of the system. So don't be fooled. The only time you hear Canada Japan coming now to criticize Abai is when Yaman contract. And now say Najuma Yadi and Saka. Have you ever heard him coming out to speak for Ghanaian before? Ordinary Ghana Nibian Sam. Alaska.
Wow.
Anytime of a Bible and but so ye the day and now may reveal him secret. Now Obia or threatening to reveal a secret of a party. That person you find him fit to come and lead a country. Now country you go to America, former president could be so more the kind of secret sometimes he expose you to some of the your friends, the secret within the White House are for a team.
Wow.
Yes, but those things you die with it. This is a guy. You want it. I deka krabi by emotionally he become triggered. And I may reveal him secret. And I'm on a me say, Alaska, or no one casa no summer wajina chrome haka. Enough to render this whole bed useless. And can you be crab come be at Alaska? Was it not the same guy who stood on radio cars at Joy FM for among the cocaine and the city of Joy FM?
That's right.
He said it, and as a result of that particular statement, Joy for banning from all their platforms. It's a fact. That is why all call by among they are not inviting him. Or say kwasichim ekoton cocaine nisika and all the year Joy FM.
That's right.
This is a person wanting to be president. Has somebody asked him to clarify that? And no, saying also Beshi Mahama say Dunketiane, Kokua, your friends, a Bevlola Tenumi. That you have the tape. The guy is emotionally unstable. He's not trustworthy. Etima monama na oni ne near den. Na Alaska ya penipo na near den na ebu omanya. And I think kwa kwachi jata ba anya se jata na near den na do mokugu plaster house. Alaska ye hie nipa or ye pragmatic or wa adwen are emotionally or ye stable. The mere fact is obi it doesn't mean we are good material to lead president though. We need somebody or ye courageous pragmatically or ye very wise and need that how bit me lead your mind. Na say somebody who is emotionally unstable. Nebufu anawa yi man naked pictures not talk with social media. Your friend is saying at some point in time, only announce to quite by when some appear by and yet that person a day your friend saying I'm a swallow pictures go social media say China yamono. And then option a yakuno. That particular way, no, Ghana is a serious country, and that guy is a subject of criminal inquiry. Obi a young friend in your investigation be a man, or the son and I'm also a president. You're jokers in a and you see people on and near thing. Are we serious? When countries are making move to ensure say they position their country at a pedestal are people who are knowledgeable, people who are more equipped with the emerging world with knowledge, you know. Now you're situated the country within the context of education, healthcare, you're talking about this guy threatening media people, assaulting people, always or back it like a dog when his interest is not taken care of. Alaska, I think that we've gone past these trivialities and just nonsense.
I don't support him.
No, you see, this whole bit is absolute nonsense and rubbish, and it just the aura of respect surrounding the presidency, has been decimated. It has been defiled. So anybody are talking, just wake up and say, I want to be the president. Because Ghana Hano will be popular now on any form of social media. And you see, sometimes when people are giving credence to Obi, wanting that person to lead a business, when it comes to governance and so forth, we really need to be serious. Because I didn't expect anybody at all to wake up and say, to support the bit Canada Japan's of president did. Now the movie say
let's look at the four. Canada Japan 1, 2, Dr. Bawumia,
Alaska
3, Akoto.
Me better now radio we Abrana MPP for call elections and me catch us say you can't sit here and say nipa no call elections in Nyanya papa. You can't do that. And within contest na no more yen me senka MPP is serious as a political party because I catch say MPP as a political party enya Ghana for Borneo. A party, a vehicle. Some people have decided to hijack that party. You hijack that vehicle and you did some hunu. What I say. So a vehicle, no, it's just a matter of taking the vehicle away, giving it to credible people to lead. Abrana, Kwabre Japan, and former energy minister, no one saying, Boache Jako. These guys, some you might say or nipa more doubt in as for Balaska. You say Obi Oye leader, no. You can infer from the way they speak. No kind of faswa or more expression. Those guys demonstrated clearly, and I was telling people, say, if MPP really want to say among Ghana for who's some way credible going into 24 elections, now they want somebody to lead them. It is either of these two guys.
Okay.
They're not part of this rotty establishment. They can distance themselves away from Akufo-Addo and his corrupt empire, and say, hey guys. Yes, we MPP, but this whole nasty thing called governance, Akufo-Addo set up this corruption machinery, I set it up. Sabi Edigana bedru, Muna Motiha, maybe a national chairman, secretary, to Mr. Banche. I wasn't part of it. I believe in myself, and this guy from where I stand now, I believe in some of the things that he was saying. So this guy, be an anti-establishment candidate, could have established himself differently and come out with a message. I bet me I branded the MPP as a political party. I sell it to Ghanaians. I Ghana for bit me at all.
Wow.
But you see, these credible guys within, well, all they've been thrown out. So we're contesting now. But change I couldn't cry. I said, "Your curve, who can for so too?" I said, "I'm tearing or the resigning." Yeah. So people are more left with now. No, Bawumia, a Greek minister, and I said, "Why?" So the credible people within, you are too because politics na pen to paper so any analysis. It is about emotions, it's about interest. And to be sorry, as if a president, I cause a vice president, or be a sorry, vice president. As if some movies a comedy and a governance and I reduce you to Alaska. That is the level I do. But I'm saying tenacity any that key and in-depth analysis and tenacity who panel, you analyzing individual personality because US or more yet elections now. Exactly that is what they do. Hardly nobody who say Obi yet. Your friends say Washington outsider. Ever be a president. Donald Trump never break that particular record because when he was coming, now America for war, so I don't want break. They say, okay, let us bring in some Washington outsider. Or by any same nobody 4 years in the 2 months. So Alaska leadership is a big deal because who carry the soul of the country. I go for the buy near my oye. Look at Ghana, baby, affect you to the stands even or more pensions. Sikakogu crack come Alaska. So or more no more because Bawumia, Bawumia so the president Alaska. It's so easy to refer him to some of the things that he said.
Very well.
Some of the tweets that he made. Nema Akoso under his regime. The promises. Yeah, Mabusian and Safonum. So Alaska, me say, Omo staple Omo in the back. Ena, Omo Bedru, you cannot blame anybody. So within few na Akano, it's just a popularity contest. What bet me aye and obisi do crazy can or the namu. So what about winning or winning? But me a source of party with Nipa more work. No more Jane what foresight. Making sure say the MPP as a political party ACR they could have talked to some of these guys to just back up from the contest. Now the new faces are back. Sabi fronted the MPP as a new party. Ghana for better because what she Jakwan now say we remember Cabinet Japan. Only the MPP now the message Airbus and new dawn and so forth. I said man I can't find
no.
He wasn't part of the old regime.
Right.
He has never been part, even though at some point in time he was campaigning for Akufo-Addo. But this is a guy who was never given any space within government, and he's seen as an anti-establishment candidate. Until Oba, he has enough message, and he will be appealing to Ghanaians. He will present the MPP as a brand new MPP. Say, what the vehicle now they are called Suma, cleaner, or the new ties, or the Babajet power. But Alaska, we've got into a time where Ghanaians have to grapple with the idea. Secondly, Japan want to be a presidential candidate. Really? Are we serious?
Right.
Let's go back and check. Nema waye okroma. Anya na se ngwa na yekuno. JB dan kwa yekuno no. A whole video ne ehon sensem. Yam for no. Enya no ana ka say MPP for eye policy amoye elections no moye lose no. Ya ba ne pa mani di nsemu no. We see leadership enye agrodio. Enya akom na ka say Nananum de Bodia na Maudu na betinya come. Alaska, it's a serious business.
Right.
It takes the intellectual might of Obi our intellectual might, Obi our foresight, Obi our ideas, Obi our deeper knowledge about governance, Asabi, or that interpersonal relationship, or empathy for people. You understand the people, you understand the concept, you understand baby our contest now now what's in the past so that you come out with interventions as sabi ebetimi address na enye say na me wo sika no nya no hefa anya politics you no nya sika no free. So such nonsense I think we are sick and tired of and na me buy ni me kura me sika da na ma yeye unya sika no hefa Akufo-Addo ba that is what he told us. So what make sika no hefa omba enya omine sika no mo we be seen there. So they should give us a break. These people are no candidates as if you don't call elections unless a cast presidency number for Agu and anybody at all can just put himself up of a presidency.
Right. Ivan Che is a researcher and an activist and out in Kano. Now, I will say out on 92.3 FM. And that's a quick one. I will talk FM.
Mayor Kennedy Japan way. No, I'm for you. I know now. Metrana has me a high pack meeting. I am a build a consensus. One me nyadria. That is one thing. What has here? One me nyadria. That is your own business.
On Facebook.
Yes. One me nyadria. Because you see, so people have become so minim wire. people are falling for such nonsense because that is the last thing a Ghanaian should fall for. Going back, Nema Kwaya no Kruma. What kind of nonsense is this? And the one in Shamwai Park, I want to build the consensus.
I was out of Sika promo. I ever corner in Nepal or William, but here I star 274 star 6 hash star 274 star 6 hash. Now send it. What's send it? I'm going to say enter number of tickets. You get your William. I'm going to bra. Hello, good evening. I will need you about the Okasevi. Maybe some send me a rule. Who did you maybe Okasevi? I will Kasevi and someone. Everybody, what we need. I am 5,000.
5,000 pa.
I know, I didn't know catch that. The blue winning and not after was saying. Ah, and I didn't know catch a gun for Omutian woman. Wow. Yes, sir. Ah, only Wafu Kunta was with you. Wow. Wow. I know go banka what it. Man, I say, I know Pentagram Academy. And then you star 274 star 6 hash. Star 274 star 6 hash. Now I say no Sandia. I got to enter number of tickets. E-tickets. 5 cities. And a coming qua enter 2, 3, 4, 5 will call. Now maybe also any camera. Ivan J innocent here call Ivan.
Alaska, on this subject, Unya timer, I will make sure that Pam make it time for us to delve into this particular analysis here.
NPP.
No, about this candidate, upon thing that is trending and people are falling for those things.
We will come to that.
Yes, fine time. I just want to take people through few things. I said your money, but I was a leadership. Near margins, anybody are talking, just come and say me president. President, good deal. And then Munu, I could find an aban or reduce you to this rabbles. I said, you who said there is no aura of respect. As around there, no. Presidency is a serious business. Elsewhere, a mind is so in destiny, BBR, agent Nipano. So we can't just be toying with those things. So people should get serious. The mere fact that things are not going right this way, doesn't mean say we need somebody who is emotionally unstable. Sometimes when he's talking, when he's angry, you don't even know as to whether say be free and as saying. And then this person you want him to go and sit commanding military and as for no. The movies are growing idea now. Masa, we need to get serious in this country. Enough of this nonsense.
Right, that was Ivan, and I mean the only way coming.
Oh, no, before when you sit on radio, you see, use your time. You see, you have to block those things. It's not sound. It doesn't make sense. It's irrational for anybody to sit anywhere to suggest Kennedy first president daddy. What kind of madness is that? Electoral system, but it is about the people accepting whatever the electoral commission put out.
Wow.
So you can decide. So the process I'm rolling out is the best. Is of a particular kind. But if people have doubt and they cannot lend credence to the credibility of that particular electoral process now, you cause zero. That is why we are saying, the electoral commission in delivering on its mandate, must do so in tandem with ensuring, public, trust and confidence will be sustained. Sabaya electoral outcome no among for Bediatum. Alaska, Mammy we shall say so didn't you, my dear. I say electoral yet the cofa, yet no better electoral commission any. Was Zumu a certain warlike, aggressive penchant tibia, as if says she's at war with some individuals. And why like as I'm not cast away no baya. Nothing will change your mind. Because, and I'm going to walk you through a streak and as an event I see Okroma, I bet you lend the credence to this particular claim I make. I say, Mamena doesn't see electoral commission as a sensitive state institution or you're charged with the mandate to say, my elections and you're free and fair. Now, on deliver Ghanaians. Or free says, Benin and Nabina Una, ya pass the electoral commission to her. And she feels emboldened to do whatever that she want to do. Because Alaska, if you're really in a position to work, working for people, at least at some point in time, the concerns and the welfare of the people at any point in time no will be factored into whatever decision we are making. Alaska. And yes, I know baby. But for quite some time now, she has demonstrated largely said this is a woman with a fragile ego. People with weak ego, no, always and always be, and when they take position, they become so much entrenched because on himself or give you up on that particular decision. What taking now or before people will see her as a weak person, so they assume that kind of aggressive and warlike penchant. As no, she's not ready to listen to anybody. I start here, Abraham, you go into your first 2020 elections. I start here with your son's Ghana card. And your Ghana card, you the new register, beba. Alaska, mammy, we buy or shall say call IPAC, and or shall say this soldier for dinner. Electoral Commissioner, or call IPAC. IPAC near deliberative platform for political stakeholders to meet. Na yen church ya dwen, na yen Tomasibra Sebi, Nema, or Nkadin Tokasembeba no, ye betting your tenancy as a team. Na yem fan 2 years, na yen tea once it's a electoral process in Ebekoye. Alaska, it got to a time of mammy will call IPAC na or qua soldier for dinner, as if say your first George Bush ever city Iraq. Yes, soldier for dinner, creating a very hostile environment. Sabi, we are stakeholder now to a minimum drink now, and then they succeeded in enlisting toy parties and jokers into the IPAC. Decision bar, all that they do is say, yeah, they agree with the Electoral Commission. And where these political parties emerge from, some don't even have offices in Accra, but they appear at IPAC, always in agreement with the Electoral Commission. So these toy parties, I know that they were toying the line of Electoral Commission because political party yet is business in this particular country. So a boy am IPAC, and this wadi huna ya de buy ne the purpose na se for afarijan time so asset platform aseb yetimi edi ya ho nkomo obiaba na se rubbish the essence of IPAC na omfa IPAC ne nya hwe na ye koduro na wo kanyansasem na se obia emfa nya adwena and I mention say situation in society because political parties are more seal easy and all of them have been attending IPAC meetings. So Bisa say Ebane say that these political parties will leave the IPAC room and then proceed to go to court. When this whole discussion could have been done with these stakeholders, na yati ehun ase ko Electoral Commission enwake anyadwuma man ho or yadwuma for the people of Ghana. It is working for the stakeholders. So we the near me basabe ya san hye de no ene stakeholders no sabi but this woman attitude from Teteno she never changed. And I buy and you be so the new register ever. New register, you heard the disenchantment, the very concerns, because not even ECOWAS charter credit what you say when we are going to major election with less than 6 months
to make any major reforms.
Major alteration in the electoral documents and as for no create out after all. System now what they ban credibility and as for quite questionable. This woman against all the odds but have a cancer and say Sabi Electoral Commission biometric register na your biometric data na equipment na you go in Alaska. Say a casa ye repair about cost you $76 million. Na mum ye kwaya mono dia ebe cost you 56. Yani buy hoso ewo kroma na Alaska. Na ya the 390 million Ghana cedis and na new register ewo kroma say. And na imani there another analysis ba say we should not only consider the amount of money a new register. Now, the old one, na just saying no, and also came at a cost. So, throwing that particular thing away, no, or minor siaboka on that particular score. This woman never listened to anybody. Then they went to court, say, among the Ghana card, na enya available to be passport. I said, among phone nibi because Ghanaians see those things as a traveling document. So, Ghana ni to kwanya. Ghana for to kwanya, mokope passport to achira kwanya. And as a guarantor system, no, yenim the kind of hulabalua ekreti okruma, but in the end, no, ye na court money the dance as a sabi, ukura birth certificate and guarantees away a Ghana ni. I just say Ghana card, no, kwa birth certificate. And I said, what your passport, wrote the birth certificate and the kokoje. Yet now chroma, am such ruling ever seen to form am Electoral Commission yet the obey Alaska along the line. This same Jemensa inserted into our electoral process another saying a procedure be as a regional level coalition.
Exactly.
And on a day all the major challenges na throughout elections it wasn't part of the process. Political parties ewo krom ha sorry said no mama, this thing is new because it has never been part of our process. Enim rabiam and as how charged atmosphere ni see ye abra ye coalition na se for no man ye kasa ye de saa niema no ba ebetimi de ntokwasem na se for weba e ma afarijan kra sorry can say setting up plenty coalition centers could be a recipe for disaster. This woman, against all the advice from these experienced people, anti-Obia, went ahead and set up the regional coalition. In the 2020 election, they see regional coalition, many of them talk about them and say, and I tell you, Boma, and Obidi, Abaka, and I no, Nina, honey free by. And it was the making and the creation of Same J Mensa. People speak wisdom to her. She never listened to anybody. Alaska. After seeing the year 2020 elections in the every year, the Electoral Commission is charged with the mandate. They roll out a friend saying limited registration exercise. Emma Obia, official, nobody 18 years. Because the fact that young Kotua Bano doesn't mean that Obi here voter register. For Alaska. So MP or constituency, which can happen at any point in time. Now, so contest for MP and answer, you should be a registered voter. So Obi Edi and register every year. Be that first a room must be created. Say in an event, the constituency such opportunity that now about will be by impromptu no about 1 year, even though I have 4 years, but anything at all can happen. People die. Meboa yet to my MPs who are way. So amount for Monya can register in the previous way. What if those people want to maybe go to parliament and answer for that year? No, one roll out registration. They would deny that person because on your voter register on to me and contest for election. So in the wisdom of our your friends say elections, in such a way say some periodically, for such registration, and yes, you bet my more pop amount for Mami way by after 2020. Actually, the Alaska till date. How many years in here? 3 good years in here. Yeah, limited registration. Oh baby, oh chroma say. And then Yaba drew a pointer. Yes, say, baby, I bedrew there. Yeah, the limited registration exercise. Until we had 2023, 2021, 2022, 2023. You can imagine the number of people are Sabi Omabeka we no. And when you say Chroma, political party be able winning elections are. So margin them na akosra 1 million cry the last time it was 900,000.
That's right.
So it is estimated said registration SIC over 2 million people are supposed to register. That 2 million people is significant enough to determine who becomes president.
Exactly.
Because of the interval over the years in your record. So Alaska, it means that it is a very significant exercise. So in doing so, Alaska, you do it in such a way so there will be convenience. Nipa betimenya kwan na aye amana ho atono. Enti so we electoral commissioner, young court to asem. I don't want to go into the court.
No, all right.
So young court, I pack in essence say yen deliberate yanti ho ase. Until say maybe what the political parties are asking are quite stupid. And answer is you can't realize it. It's not feasible. In that context there, the electoral commission can say okay, there may be say but this is the way over the years people are used to it. And it makes sense economically. Because my culture, so if you go to some of the districts like your friends saying north, you need to travel several kilometers before you get to regional offices. And these people, it's easy na come musika and answer when they come musika to travel because obi ho they already crowd. And this I didn't register in the area, they can easily walk there. But if they are supposed to travel, and Alaska, somebody did a small survey or can say travel across all the district registration centers and over machine is 2 penny go on their registration. So just imagine say what your friends at north baby. Now what me bobo sika now travel all the way to your district capital. Over machine you penny yasati table si Alaska. You are racing against time because najo e so sanko krom. There are queues. So what is the guarantee that that person on that same day will be able to register and go back? So independent even register now or come back. Who is going to bring the person back? So these are reasonable and sensible questions that we've been asking. And the electoral commission, man by individual perceived to be intelligent, which me I doubt. No, I won't agree na you make sure say you create a very fertile avenue. These people will have access by Alaska. That particular thing has been jettisoned. And again, people queuing up at the district and the district capital offices to go and register. No, me Alaska na say me kodu your friend saying center hona me kasa me free. Mente lashibira me se be tel hashibia. Why no kodi me ho dance say mente lashibi?
Asem no.
Why no kodi dance here? Because at the community level no and I say at the electoral area level no.
People are familiar with.
Yen nyina enim ya ho. Enti na obehe yesi nipa we ontia obi anim no. So at that level no why na ekoka kire obi say we mfiri ha ndie register ni din. Alaska again nipa no register na kwa ni din so the electoral commission at the end they can decide to throw the person anywhere. A Binum district, a Binum from one constituency will end up in another constituency. So if I'm a political party and I want to take advantage of the system, what I will do is say I will go to a constituency where I think say how there may MPP. Your parliamentarian need to me win extra 10,000 votes. So all you have to do is to shift these people to another constituency, so that they will be able to help. Baby, I will find it very difficult to win, no? And then you bridge the gap. That is the whole brain behind what they are doing. That is the whole secret behind it. Because Hano, it may win 10,000 extra votes go actually. Because at the district level, no, the room to decide where the person is coming from, nobody is challenging your identity because you have share district capital. And the
electoral commission discretion, so but
middle exactly. And even say electoral commission ain't need that discretion. And nipa no over catch na wutie. Because I know the day and your local area and I will catch them say. Yeah, somebody will challenge at that level. No, who is going to challenge? Or are they telling us, all the electoral areas, they are going to bring people across every town? Now you are dini panwa dance na. So these are the new sentiment among for expressing as a commission. You know, never when you create doubt. Your job is to ensure that you distill this doubt on the minds of people. Sabaya, there will be clarity on the minds of people. Sabaya, going into the elections, you know, among for a dream better. But the commission has decided, say. See no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil attitude. And I ordered to her, and I ordered the oil, and I cofa the abai, and the ababe to Alaska. That this track recorder, Abrana and Rana makers, Abra, NDC, a presidential aspirant elections, and flag bearership elections. Abra do for Fale, your friends saying, I say injunction our quarter. Young grantee your crown. Immediately, the electoral commission issued a statement telling Ghana for the whole before the letter about the idea and say end these elections. As if said they were waiting for the letter. And my Ghana for the one time said nobody has served you, even a seminal crowd the preliminary stage. And to what is your interest? At the end of the day, Papa no will draw case in answer. So today, electoral commission, there is a factor injunction has been filed. They have rather disregarded these things. But Alaska, one can sit somewhere and say, they are being aided by the court. And that is very dangerous. You see, we are coming from a background of where public confidence in the judiciary, the establishment, the credibility of the judiciary, has been in the tatters, has been in the gutters. People cannot lend any credence to the integrity of the judiciary. I Ghana for you na bomb pie say you betimi e disappoint seminar adware judiciary I'm gonna look better. So such a judiciary in Alaska, whenever you are treading, you need to tread cautiously and wisely. You don't do things that will seek to confirm those doubts, those lingering concerns on the minds of Ghanaians because they are track record. And to me, political parties are dissatisfied with the operations of the EC. Nasa me say me dia asem no kokota barring how irrelevant you feel the case is. Alaska, my dear American say me co place injunction on the ongoing process.
Exactly.
Nasa me kono ka kire me say Chief Justice to kwan to date ahye ne bottom e de to kwan asabi. Adwe e de dwen e wo hefa. We are in a democracy. Say Chief Justice to kwan or the court to date to kwan. Is that democracy? But when they went there to file, no you say ka kire mo say Chief Justice to kwan. And he has given an express instruction, say, Obiama Obia date. Now, Alaska, process now a beginning on the 22nd of the of this month. Now, and the 2nd of next month, That's an idea.
A beginning, that was
22nd of Dabang.
No,
last week.
On the 12th.
Okay, on the 12th now and
on the 2nd
of next month.
That's right.
Look at the time frame. Now some media some air back court. Some injante the process. Now the court no there some no kosi abra process na end there. What is the sense in this particular thing?
We are 2 weeks after.
And send a court na kwatenase. And whatever be the ruling, no, that ruling becomes quite irrelevant. It becomes silly because you can't use it to do anything. That in a democracy, in a civilized, in an advanced democracy, a democratic dispensation.